a little bit before sunrise on sale day, the only day of the year that a cattleman like me gets paid. We're making our way to the South Farm to start gathering cattle.
Come here. Come here.
I'm scattering some range cubes in a smaller area before the Cowboys arrive, about a 3 or 4 acre area, make it a lot easier for them to get the cattle to the corral. Some of them are a little bit suspicious of what's going on, but they make it into that smaller area, and now I shut the gates on them and set all the panels in the corrals ready for the Cowboys to drive them up into it. The Cowboys are here, and it looks like their horses are ready to go. These experienced cow horses kind of know what's ahead of them for the day. How we doing?
Good.
Already been to the Eagle style?
I have.
Had good breakfast?
Did. Got one of those waffle biscuits. It's waffle with bacon, egg, and cheese on it.
Joe didn't eat anything though, did he?
No, Joe don't eat. He's kind of
pretty picky.
Yeah, he's pretty picky.
Good morning. How are you? How are you? What is you got on your feet? We'll find you in the deep snow.
Well, you got a lot to do, ain't you? Huh? I just figured you was gone to work. You have to make a living for this place, don't you? Orange shoes and all. Huh? Yeah, gracious, you ain't a sight. Huh?
Well, the howdies are over and it's time to go to work. Personally, I haven't owned a horse in 35 years, but I really do appreciate good working horses. And these Cowboys have some of the best, as you'll see throughout this video. They really know how to work cattle, and they do a good job at it.
Me?
Both of them. What do you need?
I don't know. I might not have a whole long time.
You got around the layers.
I better say no. We're supposed to go. You go fix up that steakhouse. Right? Oh, you go. Where's Chris?
And the roundup begins. They're headed out here on this South Farm to gather at the first place here about 35 pairs that I've got kind of pre-caught in, like I said, a 3 or 4 or 5 acre little field. And they will push them up very gently into the corral and start the sorting process. As you can see, this area is bordered by some really heavy woods, and that's one reason I kind of pre-caught them in this smaller area, because if they get in these woods, there's really no getting them out unless they want to be gotten out. Sorting the calves away from your cows is a little bit more difficult at this place than it is at others, so they do it on horseback. Makes it a little bit easier with the facilities we've got here. watch this sorting process on horseback, I just really find it interesting how skilled these horses are at cutting away the calves from the cows and how patient they are in doing so. Separating these 500 to 600 pound calves away from their mother for the first time is no easy task, and the cowboys have to be patient and work them easily to keep them from getting upset and kind of going crazy and causing lots of problems. But really appreciate how easily they work them.
Them ones that ain't got no tag, they go to blow. I've got those, not necessarily all.
We'll come out of state.
Sure.
Mission accomplished at the first farm. We've got them all sorted, so now we'll be moving on to the second stop. At this second stop, we're going to be gathering about 25 pairs from an 80-acre field, and this takes a little bit of effort on both the horses and cowboys' part to get them in the corral. After gathering that bunch, the horses deserve a little bit of a breather. You're tied up to the corral while the cowboys do the sorting of the cows from the calves.
Here was that little blue roan.
You're gonna get right. You're gonna get right. You're gonna get right. I'll give him a little daylight.
I'm going to load the calves from this gather into my trailer just so we can make room for 31 pairs, I believe it is, on this last gather. The cowboys are pulling their trailers around to form a bit of a V-trap, so it makes it a little easier on this last gather to run the cows and calves into it. It never fails, but every time I watch the cowboys gather cattle on this particular place here, it's a rather large group, and they just really work at herding them. I can't help but imagine what it was like 150 years ago when cowboys were gathering hundreds of cattle into a herd and driving them sometimes hundreds of miles to the sale location. And just imagine the skills that it takes for both the horse and the cowboy to keep a herd together for that long, weeks at a time. It's just amazing, and I admire the skills that both of these athletes have. This is the last group we have to sort before the truck arrives. And as you can see, the corral is just about full to capacity in this big a group. Makes it a little bit more difficult to sort them off. It's interesting to watch Joe keep a low profile here as the cattle are driven past him so that he doesn't spook them or anything like that. We've already loaded one trailer down at the creek place and got them on their way to market already, and now Jared, my trucker, arrives with the last for the last load, and I'm going to back my trailer right up to his. Those that we had loaded in my trailer earlier, we're just going to put them directly in his before he backs into the corral to load the last bunch. At this point, Jared gives instructions to the Cowboys on how many cattle he wants loaded in each compartment of his trailer to make everything ride more easily and safely.
You gotta delete the part where I missed the first time.
It looks like you got a new rope too, man.
Yeah.
Oh, it's hot.
Finally, all the cattle are loaded on their way to market, and even the trucker shows the messier side of cattle gathering.
Yeah, in case there's a cow fall.
Yeah, they'll fall.
Don't forget to wait. I'll be back in a minute.
And they're off. 73 head total on their way to market.
210, 12, 17, 20, 20, come on, Jack, come on, 65. 14, Jack, 50X.